There's a video on using the SDM function on my ToAuto DRO on my mill. What it does is it stores locations in memory and allows you to recall them so that you can perform different machine operations at the same place really easily. There's a couple different ways to get into it. You can either use the arrow key and you can see the SDM values. It'll store up to 200 locations. The other way to get in is on my DRO, the button's marked 0, but you can get into the SDM function that way. You hit the button twice and you can select where you want to go. Otherwise, you're stuck using the arrow button 1,000 times. So you push it twice, go to SDM1. Okay, so let's put this to practice. Here I've got a part we want to make, and it's got 3 holes drilled in it, all 250 thousandths from the top edge. The first hole is 100 thousandths from the left edge. The second hole is 500 thousandths from the first hole. The third hole is 100 thousandths from the second hole. So let's set that up in the machine. We'll assume we're sitting here with an edge finder and found the edge of our part in both X and Y. So we take and we zero the axis, take our edge finder out, put in a center drill. Let's go find hole number 1. It was down 250, and it was over 100. Okay, there's our SDM1. So we'll zero that. Drill our center drill. And our next hole is 500 thousandths over from that. There's 500 thousandths for SDM2. We'll zero SDM2. Our third hole is 100 thousandths over from that. That's SDM3. And we zero that. Now right here, of course, we do our center drill. And we change out our center drill for a normal drill. We're already at this location. Drill your hole. Now I can come back to SDM2, just zero out my x-axis, drill my hole, zero out my x-axis, drill my hole. There's my 3 holes drilled. Real slick use of this DRO. Now remember, it will follow your absolute. So, I'm making multiple parts, swap it out up against a vice stop, you're good. A week later I can come back and still make those, still come up with those same marks. It'll still be in the machine. Find your edges again in absolute and just go to SDM1 and it tells you right where you got to go. Your holes are already stored. Now if you haven't set any other values, we've only set 1 through 3, so 4 through 200 are available. All kinds of options. You could have different parts. Part 1 is SDMs 1 through 5. Part 2 is 6 through 10. The options are endless. Let me know if this works for you. Give me a thumbs up and